Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates of Infinity, where this time around, wait for it, I'm getting a couple more things out of the stone, some grass pigments, I received 750 Paradise Points, and we reached the Master rank. Still not the highest rank, mind you, but we receive a prize for raising the rank. This is actually a very valuable prize. Very valuable. You can build a new type of facility, the Pure Field, and get 30 gold bars, which is all well and good. But the Pure Field is basically just like the Oranberry seeds. What you can do with this is you can Oranberries, you can place them and make some more Oranberries. But with the Pure Field, you can make pure seeds out of it, which allow you to warp to the stairs on any floor. This is going to be very beneficial because today we're actually going to go over the DLC. And one of the DLCs, I am definitely going to be needing them. So let's get started. All right, so if I actually bring up the bottom screen here for once, we have a lot of places we can go to. But there's a lot of DLC places that just kind of open up like right in the beginning here. So we have the Poke Forest, the Ivy Park, Skull Chop Beach, Pika Land, Axe Rock, Mount Tepid, Mount Travail, the Skill Treasury, the Cackling Bazaar, Treat Road, Ultimate Wilds, and the Strongest Trail. There was pretty much 10 DLCs when this game came out, not all at once. They kind of came up sequentially. Some of them were free, and then after that, they started making it so you could charge and pay for them. Wasn't too big of a deal. I think they were like $2 or something like that. Nothing too fancy. So at the end of the day, you were spending what, like $20, something like that. I think they might have went up in price. I'm not exactly sure, but who knows? I think I know. I just do like a teeny bit of research. Bam! Right on the bottom of the screen. There we go. But yes, the Poke Forest is the first dungeon I actually want to go into. The Poke Forest is actually not hard in the slightest. The Poke Forest's gimmick is that it's filled with a ton of money everywhere, right? You get some like special music going on. All this money everywhere in this dungeon. So this, if you're like kind of low on money, this is actually a great place to get money. And then there's a ton of sleeping Pokemon everywhere, which I haven't seen any yet. There's one. Where at first it might seem like a little bit of a hassle, but if you're way past beating the game already, not a big deal. It's pretty much all this dungeon is, just move on. Next on the chopping blocks of dungeons that you get through DLC, next one is Ivy Park, which is 15 floors, nothing too special there. You just go inside, and you're like, oh, well, you got money from the other one. What could you possibly get from this one? Well, it's green, ivy. This area is basically filled with Snivies. Pretty much what you can do in this area is actually recruit Snivy. Okay. I will also get Scrag in the meantime as well. Nope, no nickname for you. But yes, that is the entire gimmick of this place. It comes with 2 background music tracks as well. It's if you didn't pick Snivy as a starter in the beginning, it gives you access to Snivy. So it's not a big deal. That's all this dungeon really is. And there's really nothing else to go into aside from the fact that it's, again, 15 floors. You actually get an item at the end, which pertains to the Pokemon that was actually in the dungeon in here. It is the Grass Device. The Grass Device lets a Grass-type Pokemon use it to boost its attack, which is definitely convenient to give it to Amaryllis here, because 83... Yeah. And then the third download actually gives you another one that could be very useful, the Skull Chop Beach, which is a 15th floor, and you can kind of tell by the naming scheme here, Ivy Park and then Skull Chop Beach. Oshawott? Just dive right on in and find out what we're dealing with. I just started. Thank you for the PP restore skill. So yes, it's pretty easy to tell. Skull Chop Beach is Oshawott. It's another 15th floor dungeon, nothing too special there. But you have a bunch of water Pokemon in this area that you can possibly recruit, as well as Oshawott. It's pretty much the exact same thing as it was for Ivy Park, and the next one coming up. And just like the Ivy Park, we have a last room containing a water device. Sadly, I don't really have anything I would really put that on, but it's useful. And then there was the fourth download, which gave us Pika Land. Yeah, it's pretty obvious what you get here. It's Pikachu time. So you see the themes of these original DLCs is pretty much just to get all the starter Pokemon to be able to be recruited by you. Too bad this area didn't have like unique power plants going on or something like that. It's just another forest area. Again, with a bunch of slowdown because this game wasn't really that optimized for the 3DS. But you know, pretty much all these downloadable areas so far seem to have frame rate problems, but yes, as you've seen that the trend for this one is Pikachu, given by the name, it also has a ton of other decent Pokemon as well. Some electric, some not. It's just kind of a mix when it comes to Pika Land. And of course, like the others, it again ends with a room with money in it, as well as a device suited towards said Pokemon. So, you may think that next they would go and do a little bit of, hey, let's have Tepid as the next one, right? But no. Even though they're listed in the order that you would be able to get all the starters, Ivy Park, Skulltrap Beach, Pika Lane, Axe Rock, and then the Mount Tepid, the next download actually was for Mount Travail, which was the 5th download in the series. I don't know why they did this. For example, things like Tepid was the 9th download out of 10, but I guess they wanted to wait. So that's kind of weird to me, but yes, Mount Travail was the next one in the set. As I said, it is a 20 floor dungeon, sorry. Mount Travail was actually kind of unique in that it didn't just give you some Pokemon, it actually gave you a bunch of items to be able to train your Pokemon, as well as being able to level up your moves easier with a bunch of like platforms you can stand on that makes training easier, things like that. It's just a bunch of stat boosting things, but the main gimmick of Mount Travail is it actually gives you a bunch of evolution items when you're going around looking for them. So if you're looking for the rare stuff, you be able to kind of find them a little bit easier here. Unlike the other dungeons that we just went through, Mount Travail doesn't actually give you anything for getting to the end. It was just the dungeon itself that gives you mostly these things. The next dungeon in our lineup is where things actually start to get interesting. The Skill Treasury is the 6th download of the lineup, where there's going to be a lot of treasure chests in the dungeon, where these treasure chests have a higher chance of giving you skills compared to the ones in the normal game itself. So it kind of makes it worth the download if you're lacking on those skills and you really want something that will actually really help you. This is actually a pretty good one to go for. The dungeon itself is really nothing special. Again, I mean, none of the dungeons really are until later on. But those chests definitely are worth it if you can find some in there. And just like Mount Travail, the 15th floor is nothing special on the Skill Treasury, sadly. It would be nice to have a bunch of chests, but oh well. The 7th download in our lineup actually gave us Axe Rock, which finally we're getting back to the starter Pokemons, which in this case is Axew. It's a 15th floor dungeon, just filled with Axew and a bunch of other dragon type Pokemon that you can get. Hi me, bye me. Sure. And of course, the only one I'm able to actually recruit is Axew. And on the 4th floor, no less. Bypassed me. And at the end of Axe Rock, for our efforts, they give us a dragon device, which obviously I'm gonna use that right away. Thank you. I think they gave this one out so late just due to the fact that Axew can be really, really busted. That's just me, considering like the Pokemon here are like level 30 to like 40. The next DLC dungeon is the Cackling on Bazaar. It's a 20-floor dungeon that's actually filled with a lot of the shops. So bring your own money along because the dungeon itself doesn't have a lot of money. What it does have a lot of is a lot of gifts that you can grab in order to actually recruit a bunch of Pokemon into your team. At least help recruit them. I never use those things even still. Just remember not to steal from Cackling unless you want to feel his wrath, but if you can get away with it, at least the other ones don't know. Unfortunately, there's nothing special on the 20th floor. Once you're done with it, you're done with it. The next download actually gives us a little bit more of a challenge, but we're not going there just yet because I'm going to save that for second to last. The next download after that, however, actually finally gave us Mount Tepid, which is a 15th floor dungeon and allows you to recruit Tepid. I really don't know why they decided to put Mount Tepid so late in the download lineup, but in order to compensate, the Pokemon here are kind of high level when you recruit them. Not that that's an issue because I can just still kind of beat them up in one hit anyway, but at this point in the game, it's all post at this point. And on the last floor, like the other ones, you get into a special room that has a bunch of money in it, as well as a fire device in order to power up a fire-type Pokemon that equips it. And the second of the last DLCs that they give you is Treat Road, which is a 20-floor dungeon. There is a big thing here which makes it a little bit special. Up until this point, this game actually got rid of the hunger stat, which was basically a stat that your hunger bar would go down over time as you're exploring a dungeon. This dungeon pretty much gives you a bunch of items that help along with that in order to fill up your hunger again. It's just another 20-floor dungeon that actually gives you stuff in order to fill that belly. And once the belly is full, you're pretty much good. So pretty much all your walking takes down like a little bit of your belly over time. It's something that I'm kind of glad they got rid of, but at the same time, it being there for the longer dungeons kind of makes it a little bit more challenging. But just having them, like these items, will actually be helpful for some of the other dungeons that are coming up in the DLC lineup. Alright, I skipped this DLC for a particular reason. If you recall earlier on in this episode, I made the Pure Field, which allows me to get pure seeds. This place is a 60-floor dungeon. SOS can be used up to 10 times. I unfortunately have no ability to have that be done to me, but I have a team of 4. The hunger bar actually, the hunger belly meter actually exists. Items are okay, but you can't befriend anything here. This is a 60-floor dungeon and it's incredibly hard. Obviously, it's called the strongest trail for a reason. This is 60 floors and it has more music to go with it as well. I skipped this one purely due to the fact that it's hard and I wanted to actually take a look at the other ones first. There is another DLC after this one that's even harder. And mainly for all the wrong reasons, and it's the kind of dungeons I don't like, but yeah. So this is a 60-floor dungeon. I'm not going to show it all off. I'm mainly just going to show off the choice cuts because going through 60 floors is going to be like already maybe 3 times the length of what I already recorded for this episode. I'm not very far in yet, but I might as well show off exactly what I have planned. I think you kind of already know considering I talked about the pure seeds. I have a couple orange berries and a boatload of reviver seeds. Those are going to be plenty useful. Very, very useful actually. But I have a boatload of pure seeds. Pretty much I'm going to get through the majority of this dungeon as well as I possibly can. And then when I get towards the end of it, I'm just going to warp to the stairs again and again and again. You can call it cheesing, I guess, but when the dungeon pretty much exhausts your resources towards the end of it and you have access to an inventory, why not? just do it. You're not losing anything out of it. I mean, yeah, it took a while to grind them all out, but at the end of the day, I was actually getting paradise points along with it, as well as some items in order to build up paradise, so it's not like it's that big of a deal. Speaking of which, can I hit something? There we go. So you may be asking why I picked this party choice. Mainly because Amaryllis has a, not really screen nuke, but something that can hit from very far away. And Umbreon and Espeon both have a healing move that is attached to them. They both have Morning Sun and Moonlight, which both of them restore HP of allies depending on if it's sunny or not. In the case of Umbreon, I'm basically have him exclusively doing that because sometimes they just don't do it and it's annoying. Unfortunately, with my setup, normally I would have an Insomnoscope for this dungeon because a lot of things like to put you to sleep in this dungeon. A lot of things. But if I can get away with just getting through half this dungeon with no real problems, I have a bunch of Reviver Seeds, so I'm okay. My only issue is if every other party member winds up using them from getting hit, which is a problem because Espeon loves to attack things because she's in the back row and she will attack things if anything comes up. So if I'm trying to move around, she's just going to sit there and attack and attack and attack and attack. So this is a very big endurance test dungeon. It's really hard. Mainly just because of all like everybody around and all that. It kind of gets a little bit really right. And this is where the healing comes in. It heals everybody. Not up to full, mind you, but decently depending on the weather, of course. And sometimes it just does worse or better. It's really kind of random, honestly. I don't really get it, but it is nice either way. Just have two people heal you as you go along. The biggest draw to this dungeon is the hunger meter, which is something that hasn't existed into this game until now. I mean, there are some dungeons that actually do have it. In this case, when you go into the menu, you see the belly stat under weather. It says 80 out of 100. Once it hits 0, I'm going to start losing health like crazy. Every single step, I just lose health. So I need to eat things like, say, seeds or apples. Unfortunately, I don't have any because I rather fill up my inventory of other things. But orange berries also fill up the belly as well. But if you wind up, like, fainting, you also kind of can just get your belly back to full. An item that would be very useful for Amaryllis at this point would be the Twist Band. I could use the Twist Band in order to make it so whenever Amaryllis uses Leaf Storm, he doesn't, like, take any, like, special attack going down effects. But honestly, it's not worth the item slot at the moment. It would be neat, but I think I'm good there. Speaking of which, stairs. And this is why the healing, while nice, is also annoying at the same time because I'm sitting here with half health and they are not doing anything. There's not really much I could do about that because they're not really programmed to unless we're like in a fight. Sometimes they do, but if you really need the healing badly and you have teammates that can do healing moves, you can just switch over to them and just do it really quick and then switch back, depending on who you want to be in your front lead. All right, that's one party member wasting a Reviver Seed. Okay, that's 2. The good news is now I can actually pick up 2 items. That's pretty much the good news out of that. Ah, the last minute evasion. Everything has it here. It's rather obnoxious, honestly. But they also have that, and then they have Intimidate, and there's a bunch of stuff that makes it so you can't hit them. Like that. I missed twice due to last minute. Right. Well, that didn't last long. Mobile Orb, nice. That allows me to walk literally anywhere. I don't think I can walk through walls, though, without getting hurt. So, let me do that. Yeah, I take damage if I walk through walls. It's still a nice ability, though. It's only really good outside when you can just walk around in the air. Oh, finally a Mysterious Distortion. What do we got? Enemies have slowed down. Nice, nice. I like this already. Let me guess, they're slow, but they're really strong. Yep. Stairs is that way. Good. I wouldn't really recommend bringing orbs into this dungeon because a lot of the Pokemon in this dungeon just prevent the statuses usually. Mainly just because they have it and it's just annoying. So I would probably use orbs that allow you to like see the stairs and things like that if you have them. So now my belly is empty and I hit the bottom. Well, at least the stairs anyway. Well, there's a seed there, so depending on what the seed is, it could be useful. Good, you leveled up. Awesome. I'm starving. What do we got? I dropped seed. Well, that's still something. I could eat it and, like, see all the traps on the floor. Which there are a ton in this room. Wow. Espeon, why? Espeon, why? Espeon, why? Please, just stop. Stop. You don't need to. You don't need to. Just come on. We're good here. Hi. I'm hungry again. Oh, I can't use Dual Chop anymore. Ooh, stairs. That was quick. What do we got? Mysterious Distortion. All enemies are sleeping? I could see that. Enemies are stronger than usual. That could kind of maybe be a problem. The nice thing is, once I faint and I come back using Reviver Seed or something, I will basically have a full belly again. So again, I don't have to worry unless that happens. I know no one's next to each other, but this will still work. Okay. Good. And you had a Blinker Seed. Not very useful. Stairs. Thank you. And Mysterious Distortion. What do we got? Only one kind of Pokemon appears. Okay. I'm gonna heal everybody. Alright, let's see. I'll just do this. That looks terrible. Okay, Espeon, you know what you're doing when you are controlled by an NPC. So I'm gonna swap back to somebody else. Amaryllis or Azure is definitely fine for my situation right now. So let me swap over to somebody else, please. Mysterious Distortion. What do we got this time? Sleeping? Enemies are sleeping. Can't use equipment. Which is fine because I'm not using any, period. So I'm gonna eat an orange berry just so I can have that stop being annoying. Speaking of equipment, there's obviously just one right on the screen right there. Okay, what do we got? We got Lucky Ribbon. What does that do? Lucky Ribbon. Block Squirtle hits. Okay, well I can't use them on this, floor. It's a Void Vaporeon there. I'm just gonna go down and hit this. All right, and we're going down. Stairs? No stairs. Cool. Stairs. Stairs. Go down. And now me go down, but in the good way. All right, what do we have here? 2 seeds on the ground. One's a quick seed. Don't eat that. Okay, good. Now for you. All right, let me eat the quick seed and kind of mess up the frame rate even more. There we go. What do we got here? Stun seed. Could be useful, but I'd rather not. Go down. Now for you. Uh-oh. All right, that ought to... Okay, I thought that would do it. Okay. Now we have problems. Now we have a lot of problems. Three locations out of the 8 surrounding me is a Pokemon that is an enemy. If I could just hit one of them, definitely good. Now we just need somebody to heal. Or you could just do that. That works too. Thank you, Espeon, for not healing. You have healing stuff. Please use it. Umbreon's just chilling, like literally not doing anything. Ooh, that worked. What we got left is one more. Please hit. Nope. Hit. Ooh, good. Thank you. Only that healed status is... Oh, that's fun. That's fun. At least I can do stuff now. Okay. Finally, of course. So they're either up or down. I'm gonna attempt up first. What? Okay, that could have been really bad. Yeah, no, we're dealing with that immediately. Helping Hand is not a good thing for me right now. No, come on, are you joking? I'm right in the room with the stairs. Don't do that. How are you not? There we go. Okay. Ah. My turn. Okay, good. Now for out. Come on, stop. Okay. And we have a mysterious distortion. Okay. All enemies are sleeping. Oh, thank you. But let me guess, it's stronger. Can use equipment. Okay, well, I guess I am not going to be using Outrage on this floor. To avoid any enemies I might walk across. Just kind of avoid them as much as possible. And find those stairs. Speaking of the stairs, where are they? Okay. Let's try over here. No, but we got a stick. Why, Espeon, would you do that? Why would you get close to the enemy when I'm, like, avoiding them on purpose? Okay. It's fine, that'll go away like in 2 seconds. Okay, the only place I haven't gone is up here. Okay. Where else then? Oh, I see right here. Has to be here. There it is, next to 2 enemies. Okay, that works for me. Another distortion? Only one type of item appears. Stairs are right above. Okay. Please be in a decent location. I don't like the fact that I'm going right when the stairs are right above me. Can I make a left? Good. Are you kidding me? How did it catch up? How did it catch up? I don't get the logic of this. There's no way it should have been able to catch up to me. It had to have spawned or something. Okay. I made it. What I could do is I can go to status. I can change everyone's tactics to just wait. Actually, I'll just set everybody to wait. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my pure seeds now. So what that should do is should warp me right next to the stairs each time. And hopefully it won't be a big bother like this. Okay. Off to a bad start. Off to a bad start. This is what the reviver seeds are supposed to be for. Okay, no, please. Come on. That was a waste. I was right there. Come on, let me go down the stairs. So hopefully things work out well for me. Okay, so far, so good. The good news is I think the stairs are like right above me, so I could probably get there. Get a little bit of healing while I'm at it. Yeah, good, perfect. So I'll just have one of them heal. Or this could happen. Okay, that's fine. I'm so close to the end. I'm like in full concentration mode. This is... Okay, next floor. Stairs are right there. I'm not sure I didn't get rid of you right away. Oh, okay. How about no? Really? Just go down. Okay, good. That's fine, that's fine. I thought it was something completely bad. Okay, let's take this smart. If I cannot get to the stairs using a person, I will swap leaders and then try again. Okay, stairs straight shot. Floor 60. Okay. Money. A persistence crown. That. A deluxe box. Persistence crown. More money. Persistence crowns are actually incredibly useful. They sharply boost special defense when you wear them. And I'm talking like a good chunk too. Like if you look at like say Azure here, he has 117, right? So if I put this on him, it basically just gives him like a little crown that shows basically he's like, oh hey, you beat the strongest trail. 147, that's an extra 30. It is so worth it if you actually want it. But by this point in time, more than likely you would have already been in the game anyway, so not really that useful. But that's it. That's the strongest trail. Yes, please. I am saving because that was torture. Yes, I did have a great adventure today. There is one more DLC I can do. One more. And a couple other things here and there. This DLC is the Ultimate Wilds. It is a 99 floor dungeon. I can't befriend anything. There is hunger. I only can have one person, and your level is 5. And the worst of all, no items. You have to do this with everything you get in the dungeon. So, Azure and Amaryllis are definitely not suited for this place. I definitely need to have a Pokemon that's better suited for it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to handle it on the next episode. So next time on Azure plays more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Gates of Infinity, we'll do the Ultimate Wilds and see what else we have left to do. But for now, I'll see you all then.